Mr. Barnes' personality, he is great. He is so friendly, he's very outgoing, very personable, so that would be some qualities.
We can easily crack jokes with each other, but he can also give me life lessons, like during basketball. If I was really struggling or I needed help just on a personal level at school or coaching, he would always help me. And so he's a person that knows how to have fun, but also really help you out in life. And I feel like that's for kids and also adults.
Mr. Barnes is like a Sour Patch Kid. He's kind of sour, then he gets a little bit sweeter the longer you know him, and he's also kind of, like a little pudgy, a little squishy.
The one thing I love about his personality is he's true to the core. So his heart, like, literally shines even when things are bad. He's right there, walking with you as a person.
First started off as professional. I know I can share a lot with Mr. Barnes. We've got to glean information back and forth. We have a lot of the same loves as fishing and hunting and everything, so we just have a lot of shared background.
I've learned probably a lot more from Kent Barnes than he's learned from me.
Mr. Barnes and I, he's always been like a mentor. It's my first teaching gig. He kind of took in, was like a mentor for me. We coach basketball together, we coach football together. I babysit his children over there when he leaves to go to the bathroom, which is often because he's old.
He builds you up, not only staff member. We have a great give and take relationship, I'm going to miss that about him. And I'm going to miss the interaction with him.
He is going to be well missed here because of the concept of there's so many kids that connect with him so well. I mean, he has names for different kids, which is awesome. And just like that friendly, positive attitude and just saying, hey, how are you doing today? And he does that. And he really made a difference, I feel like, in a lot of kids' lives. So we are totally going to miss him here.
He is a large part of what Sandstone is. And so if you could emulate anything Sandstone, put it into one person, that would be Mr. Barnes.
It's been a pleasure having him in the hallway with me. It's just funny to see how he interacts with kids, the same way he did when I was in school. And it's just really fun, and I'm going to miss him a lot.
When I lived in Cascades Hall, he would call me like, Fish, I don't know how to do something on the computer. And it would be something like opening a Word document or something simple, and I would just show him really fast. It would take 5 seconds to show him, but him just always like, I don't know what to do with technology, and then we would find a way to accomplish this thing, and we both laugh because it'd be something silly.
I was lucky enough to have him as his first year here at Sandstone. And I was a kid that got in trouble a lot in middle school, and I could pick out a teacher's weaknesses within like the first 2 minutes. So as soon as Mr. Barnes walked in, I would try to find his weakness. I could not. He'd crack jokes with us, he would make fun of us, just like he does with you guys. And so I just think like my whole 8th grade year, he made it so much fun, and them is on the hallway just making fun of us, cracking jokes, and with sports.
Oh, twin day, when we twinned up in camo. That's why I keep the camouflage hat up here that he gave me. He never asked for it back, so he's got to ask for it back. But I'll have that on my trophy shelf.
So this is my first job as a teacher here at this district. Having Kent over there to go through and ask questions in the morning, make assignments with, basically walk you through how to do all the whole science teaching thing. He's one of the best to do it here in the district, and it's been awesome to learn from him.
Barnes changed my life in a way, like, he changed me as a teacher. So he helped me be less serious and sometimes just let go and let things happen more naturally. Whenever I feel like I'm getting too robotic, I actually think about what would Barnes do in this situation, and I will change my lesson accordingly. Being a little bit less serious, a little bit more open to different ideas, I think is a large part about Barnes' influence.
He's just a good human. You don't make him like Mr. Barnes very often.
Mr. Barnes, you were a great coach and you made science fun, and I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you, Coach Barnes. Love you.
I love you, Coach Barnes.
Mr. Barnes, I'm gonna miss being your teacher's assistant.
I'm gonna miss you, Mr. Barnes.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes. You, Mr. Barnes, I had so much fun in your class.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for being a great teacher supporting my dreams.
Congratulations on retirement. So Mr. Barnes, you were my middle school teacher, science teacher for 7th and 8th grade, and I really enjoyed your class. I liked being in school, partly because of you, and you made science really fun for me. Yeah. I was your TA for 2 years for 7th and 8th grade. Man, I loved your class so much. I loved being able to go to that back room and play with like all the dead animals you had back there. And I loved being your TA. I loved grading. You're an amazing teacher. You made me love science, and I still love science to this day because of you. So thank you so much for that.
I didn't have you as a teacher, but you were my basketball coach in 7th grade, and it was really memorable for me. So yeah, thank you so much.
Hey Barnes, it's Schultze, and I wanted to let you know that you've been one of the best teachers that I've ever had. You were a great guy. You were a great coach, and your class was always one of my favorites. It was always really fun. We always had good times, good laughs, and I want to thank you for the impact that you've had on my life and school career. I hope your retirement goes really well, and I am really sad that this will be the last year that anybody will be able to take your class, because being in your class there isn't a class that I've taken that was like it. I mean, I've had some great teachers, but none of them are even close to as good as you were. And I hope your retirement goes well for you, and I guess I'll see you around. Before I go, I wanted to thank you for also having an impact on my sister's life.
I will miss Mr. Barnes because of what, for Sandstone, he has done a ton here for the kids of Sandstone and the kids of community. He has, not just science, but he has made those connections. He made those connections with teachers, and he makes those connections in sports and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to say that too loudly, but I just feel like he's kind of a legend here. When you hear Sandstone, you hear the word also Mr. Barnes.